change. Just worked with a client that has some drills that are helpful for him, and he's not doing them. Welcome to human nature. It is so hard to change things. Why? Because we are a moment-to-moment survival system. Meaning, if I just survived, my brain is good. And I just survived again, which means my brain is good. To change takes calories. And our brain looks at using calories like it's something that it would much rather not do just in case. So if you think about human evolution, there were times that food wasn't just a grocery store away, a click away on the phone. So we have to think more on those lines than we can think about how we are today. So if you were, say, in a jungle and you had a village and everyone in that village had their job and they all supported the life and health of the collective. And my job is hunting. Let's say I go out every morning, I'm setting traps, I'm searching for trails, I'm doing all this stuff, and we don't find food. Think about that over centuries. We've been around for a long time. So our brains have naturally created this conservation of energy protocol. Meaning, if we're surviving moment to moment, our brains are happy on a subconscious level. It's the conscious level that we want to change. I want to be this type of person. I want to do those types of things. I want to eat this way. I want to have that running in the morning. Any type of change that we want goes against that moment-to-moment survival, and it's going to take calories. We are a conserve fuel system. So there's the challenge there. Hey, we're built for moment-to-moment survival. We do that very easily in today's world. We'd like to conserve as many calories just in case moment-to-moment survival is jeopardized. But it's never jeopardized, yet we still deal with that. So one of the biggest things that I work with people is behavior change. Yes, I love the drills. I love I feel better. I feel out of pain. My performance has improved, whatever. But that's a starting place. That's not the end. The starting place is great. We found things that we need to work on neurologically. Now it's actually putting in the work. Are you doing 3 to 5 sets a day? Are you doing 3 to 5 reps of that activity a day? Often the answer is no for most everyone starting, because we live in a world where exercise time is an hour and a half. And then I'm unaware of what I'm doing. I just do what I'm supposed to be doing. I think 80 to 95% of a day for an average person is habitual, meaning done without thought. I just do this, then I 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 do this, and then I rinse and repeat. Then I do this, then I do this, over and over. Maybe you have a couple different ways that you, like a weekend you, and then there's a work week you, or there's for college kids, a block schedule you. I'm a Tuesday, Thursday this person, a Monday, Wednesday, Friday that person, and a weekend someone else. So we live habitually. It's by design. We don't want to just burn all of our energy all the time. So having the same things happen every day, it's predictable. We're built for moment-to-moment survival. So if we don't have to think so hard and be so aware of that moment-to-moment survival, our brains get happier. But we also want to conserve calories. So there's just this rough thing to deal with. So in reality, you want to change something. So this guy, he's got an ankle problem. It affects his running. He needs to be able to run a whole lot for future employment. And he's worried about it. And we found drills on the first couple sessions that were like, wow, these are really changing your neurology. These are the drills that you need to start doing. I hadn't seen him in a week, and then he came back. He was like, yeah, the biggest thing I'm struggling with is doing drills. I did it for 3 days out of 14. I went, hey, man, success, number one. I'm not here to tell you you're wrong. Like, most people don't do anything to change. So you just did 3 days, 1 set a day. That's 3 more days of work for your brain than you did all of last year, or most likely your whole life. That's success. I'm not here going, oh, you need to do it. I'm past that. I've done that most of my career. Well, just do this. Just eat this way. Just sleep that way. It doesn't help people because we're built for moment-to-moment survival and we want to conserve calories. So the conversation was, hey, dude, celebrate. Like, that's awesome. You did 3 days of a drill that you've never done before. That is success, in my opinion. Is it enough? No. But we're human. So we go, hey, you did something that most don't. Change. So how can we add on that? And he's like, life is just kind of all over the place right now. I don't have any routines. Some days I have this, some days I have that. And I went, totally get it. Are you starting to understand why change is so hard? And he's like, yeah, like, well, how do I do that? And I went, planning. Planning is the overlooked part of all behavior change. Anything you want in your life comes down to planning it in your life. But if you just go, oh yeah, I'm going to do that, you'll wake up tomorrow and go, shoot, I'll do it today. You'll wake up tomorrow and go, shoot, I still didn't do that. 2 days in a row, I'll do it today. You'll wake up the next, it's just, again, not designed to change. Moment to moment survival, as long as that is taken care of. Our brains don't care what 30 years of smoking cigarettes might do. Drinking four nights of the week. Eating your Oreos after at bedtime. Whatever the behavior is that you're dealing with. It doesn't care about 5 years. It doesn't care about tomorrow. It cares about moment, 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 moment. Subconsciously. You can argue that consciously all you want. But the reality is this is happening without your awareness, meaning subconscious. So what do you do? Planning. So the conversation went this way. What do you do every day regardless of the this day versus that day versus this day versus that day? Nothing. Like, there's nothing consistent right now. There are. What? So what? You just show up at work or you show up at school? What happens? He goes, oh, I have to wake up. You wake up every day. Whether you want to or not, you're up. Then what? Well, then it gets so inconsistent. I went, no, it doesn't. We're just not thinking small enough yet. What next? Well, sometimes it's food, sometimes it's shower, but if I showered the night before, I went, not talking about those. You wake up. Then what? He goes, sometimes I'm on my phone, sometimes I'm not. I went, okay, keep going. So you woke up, you're in bed, sometimes you're on your phone, sometimes you're not on your phone. Then what? He goes, well, I brushed my teeth. I went, is that done every day? He goes, yeah, actually. I went, there we go. So there's a wake up, there's a toothbrush, there's 2 moments. What can we do with those 2 moments? And he was like, oh man. I went, well, let's write down this equation real quick. B equals MAT. Behavior. So if I want a certain behavior of any type, I want to exercise more, I want to eat this way, I want to be nicer to this part of my family, I want to pick up art, I want to play the guitar, I want to read, I want to, anything that you want to do in your life. Behavior equals motivation, ability, and triggers. And he goes, So I went, are you motivated to do this drill? He goes, I don't know. I went, that's my job. So no, you're not motivated to do this drill because I haven't told you why you're doing it. So I went, would it be helpful to know what this drill is doing for you? He goes, yeah, it would. I went, every time you do the anterior posterior head thrust, we are creating a stimulation out of your balance system. That is a part of your running. Every time you tip it to the side, we are increasing the activation of that side of the balance system. Why that side? You showed me that side during your gait. You hold your head that way. When we address that, your gait improved, your posture improved. So why are you doing a left hand figure 8 with it? It's not to just make it hard and silly and make you feel dumb doing it in front of people. It is that your left hand and wrist are neurologically connected to your right foot and your right ankle. What problem do you have again? Oh, it's a right ankle problem. During what? Running. So this drill is hitting all of is hitting some major neurology around balance, and coordination. And that was literally his drill, was look at a target, left hand figure eight, head tip to the left, forward, backward thrust 3 times. We saw an improvement in his gait. We saw an improvement in his balance. We saw an improvement in his major, the coordination challenges that were the hardest for him. That's enough for me to go, that's what you want to do. So now does it make sense why you're doing that? Because yes, I'm motivated to do that if you think it'll help. It's like, that's what we're here for. Are you able to? Do you remember that drill? That's the MA part, able, or ability. Are you able to do that drill? It's a stupid question. It's like, yeah, you just showed it to me. I just did it 4 times. Yeah, I'm able. I was like, are you going to remember it? And you hear him typing. It's like, nice. Now you're able. You remember what you need to do. For most people, it comes down to the T, the trigger. How, in the heat of the moment, are you going to remind yourself and do that new behavior that wasn't a part of yesterday, wasn't a part of yesterday's moment-to-moment survival? How are you going to do that? And for me, I had to learn the hard way. I didn't have a coach helping me through all of this stuff. I had drills that I knew were helpful for me that I didn't do. And it was like, and for a year, I went, nah, I'll do it. I'll do it. No. And then you forget about it for however long. Oh my God, I'm still not doing that drill. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And then you forget about it for a while again. So for me, I tried to reuse my cell phone. It seemed logical. It's like, man, this is in my pocket. If it goes off, all I have to do is see it. It's going to remind me to do my drill. It seems like a logical trigger. So I put a calendar reminder every day. Do this drill. Do this drill. Didn't do it. I'm going, okay. And it literally I stumbled upon a day where I guess I was in planning mode. Not often, like everyone else, living habitually. But I went, okay, I want to do this drill. How do I get this done? Go back to the education and behavior change that you've gone through, that you spent a lot of money on. What would you tell yourself? It's like, well, it doesn't live in your day. If it's going to live in your day, you're going to have to create some sort of a trigger event because you are motivated, you do have the ability, and you want this change. And I went, okay, I am failing because of my phone. Why? I hate my phone. Why am I trying to use something that I really do not enjoy much to create change in a way that's meaningful to me? I went, man, what a dum-dum. Okay, what else can I do? How have you remembered other things in the past? And literally, this was a conversation I was having with myself. They didn't happen often, but I got lucky that day. For some reason, my brain went, we can think about this, where planning was never a part of my thought process. So I write things. Dude. Oh, yeah. You write things to remember. You have notebooks. You have notes all over the place. You have Post-it notes. What an idiot. Yeah, maybe I write things. So I go, all right, Stroop on a Post-it note, and went, okay, what do I do every day? I've got 6:30 a.m. client at that time. Mornings are miserable. What do I do though? Like, I don't want to do it when I wake up. I hate waking up. So if I add this to waking up, I'm going to just regret or resent waking up even more. I feel like I'm rushed all the time because I try and sleep as long as possible because sleep sucks. So like morning, and I went, what do I do every morning? And I went, I always make coffee. Always. Like it doesn't matter what day I'm about to have, doesn't matter how late. I always find the time to make some coffee. And I went, I'll put the sticky note on the coffee machine. And I just sat there for a second and I visualized myself doing that the next day. I woke up, miserable, hate the alarm, want to throw it out the window. Everything inside feels asleep. I need to wake up. I always do, but man, it sucks. It's a miserable process. And now I'm up. and I hit the restroom, and then I pushed the coffee button, and I grabbed my phone, and I played this game because I've wanted to for a year. It's all about frontal lobe activation. And I did it the next day. Like, it was crazy. So that's what behavior change can take, especially without someone helping you. But for this kid, it was, hey, no, let's download a lot of information around behavior change. So now he was another sticky note guy. I was like, do you use your phone for reminders? He goes, I hate it. Like, notifications pop up all the time on that. I'm just going to ignore it and move on. I went, it's important to know. So what are you going to do? You wake up every day. Is it something that you do right when you get out of bed? You said you brush your teeth every day. Is it something that you do right before you brush your teeth, right after you brush your teeth? And he goes, teeth brushing is probably the best because I do it all the time, and it doesn't account for that. Maybe I'm on my phone when I wake up. Well, nice. So now what? You have the motivation. You know why you're doing this drill. You know what the drill is. You performed it. You have the ability. What's the trigger? And it was, well, yeah, I'll write it. I'll write it down. I'll put it on a sticky note. I'll put it on the mirror. And I will tell myself that I'm going to do this right after I brush my teeth every day. And I'm like, does that seem like it's going to be something that works? And he goes, I feel good about it. I'm going to try it. And that's where it starts. He might fail, but now we know, okay, there's something around this that might be challenged. He might crush it. I might talk to him and I might get with him in 2 weeks and have him go, dude, I did that drill every day. And the cool part, as you practice changing, your brain gets better at changing. If you didn't know about a term called plasticity, that means that your brain can change. We used to think that brains were kind of stuck in their ways by like mid-20s. False, completely wrong. Your brain changes until the day you die. It might get really bad at changing, and you might get worse because it's so bad at changing, but it does not change the fundamental concept that neuroplasticity is a thing. It's real. Your brain can change. Here's the coolest part, metaplasticity. Meaning, as you practice changing, your brain gets better at changing. So, recommendation for the day, change anything. I could care less if it's important, if it makes your life different, if it changes who you are, if it takes care of a lifelong issue, change something. What could you change though, Joe? Do you always grab your water bottle with one hand? Change it. Do you always pick up the pen with the hand that you're about to write with? Change it. It seems so dumb. Pick up your phone and listen to it on the other ear. Hold your phone in a position that you don't normally hold it. Change the color of the background. Change the size of the font. Change. Because if you start practicing change like you practice any other skill, you get better at that skill. You get better at changing. So it might not be yeah, great. Now I'm drinking out of my right hand when I drank out of my left. You might be looking at it as, no, I want to stop smoking. I want to drink less. I want to exercise more. I want to lose weight. But has it happened yet? Probably not for most people, because change is crazy hard for us because we live moment to moment and we want to conserve as many calories as we can just in case something bad happens that jeopardizes that next moment of survival. You need calories to run away from things. You need calories to get away, not get hit by a car, run away from the homeless person, whatever it is that might create a threat in your life. So it's not about, great, now I'm doing this with my other hand. It is, if you want to change the big thing, you should probably start changing small things. Just like I want to go run a marathon, you probably didn't run a marathon on day one. You probably walked around the block, as an example. So, change. If you want to change anything in your life, you've got to start practicing changing things, even if they don't seem they matter. Because plasticity is a thing. Your brain changes. good or bad. Unfortunately for our world, it's changing for the bad. As you get older, it doesn't have to. You can still change it for the better, and the more you practice changing, metaplasticity kicks in. Your brain gets better at changing. So there's a little bit about behavior modification and change. You're not designed to do it. So if you just picked up that water bottle with the other hand, celebrate it. You just defied all odds against humans, that we don't change and we just slowly degrade with time. Now you can start changing and improve things and do things differently and better than you were before. And that's all we can ask.